Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
Life's better under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Wanting to scan those old videos, films, or audio to DVD? We'll look no further than Milligan Communications. We can also scan your old pictures, slides, and negatives to picture quality as well. With thousands of happy customers, let Milligan Communications help put your treasured memories on a digital media. Call Milligan Communications today at 812-630-2449. Milligan Communications, capturing your yesterdays.
And welcome to this week's Greg Gibson Show. And Coach, last week, first of all, I guess you get to eat first at Thanksgiving. You were a 48-14 winner over West Washington on last Friday, and so you get to eat first at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's our little side bet. My brother's the D coordinator over there, so yeah, we always have that side bet, and yeah, that's 2 years in a row now. So that's we're gonna keep that going. That's the way I get the good stuff first. He has to wait till the end of the line, so it gets the pickovers a little bit. So.
And and watching your game, you're of course Sawyer's being Sawyer, doing Sawyer things,
right. But
you also have Cohen Edwards has had over 100 yards, and it seems like your passing game is picking up too.
Well, I agree. I mean, honestly, going into the game, we thought this thing's going to be a dogfight, just kind of a deal where the mistakes would decide it, and we just played really well. Yeah, I thought Sawyer ran hard, and even after the game, we were talking to their coaches. They talked about they had not seen him run that hard, although we have, but he would a lot of inside stuff. There wasn't a whole lot of easy stuff for Sawyer until the very last. That last run for 70 yards was kind of a anomaly for the night. Most of his yards were 6-7 yards at a time, and just hard runs, and he did a good job there. And then Cohen did a great job of kind of backing him up. He went over 100 yards again for the second week in a row, and he had the 4 touchdowns, and so I think overall we're running. We're really, the offense is clicking on all cylinders right now as far as confidence goes. And you're right with the passing game. The first touchdown, we had a 13-play drive that first series, and ended up with a penalty that put us back at third and goal from like the 13-yard line or something like that. And I thought Cole did keep a little play action rollout pass, and he waited and just waited for that kid to come open. And I think about 3 weeks ago, he would have really either took off running or he would have threw it away. And so I think he's getting more confident. So it's been fun to watch. Like I said last week, I think the young guys are starting to figure some things out and are learning that they can play at the varsity level. So it's been fun to watch that progression.
And over your last 3 games, I don't know the exact number, but you scored over 150 points. And you gotta love it when people. If I went to you and said, Coach, you're gonna score 150 points over the next 3 games, you'd be pretty happy about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, and again, I think it's just they're really practicing well, and I can't state that enough. And I told the kids that they basically learned how to practice at a varsity level, and they're executing really well. And we've, like you said, they have been able to put drives together, and the backs have learned to trust their linemen a little bit. So we've got a lot more explosive plays. But yeah, we're putting some points up, and that obviously takes a little pressure off the defense. Although the defense has really played well the last few weeks too. But yeah, if you would have told me that after week 3, if you want to take the next 3 weeks off, we'll give you 150 points. I said, okay, I'll see you week 8, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, the kids are really proud of them. They're really playing well right now.
And you're listening to the Greg Gibson Show on Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan World Sports Communications. We'll be back right after these messages from our sponsors.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
When you think sporting goods, think no further than All Star Sports in Ferdinand. Custom embroidery, screen printing, team uniforms, sports equipment, and sports apparel and shoes. We have it all. Give Brad a call today at 812-367-1618 or visit them in the Country Plaza Shopping Center in Ferdinand. All Star Sports is open Monday through Friday 10 to 7 and Saturday 9 to 4. All Star Sports, when you're thinking sporting goods.
It's time for this week's Buzzer Beaters. Listen as our experts pick the results of 5 local games. Buzzer Beaters, every week exclusively on the Southwestern Indiana Sports Network.
And welcome back to the Greg Gibson Show. And we're joined by Perry Central Commodore volleyball coach Melissa James. Melissa, how are you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on.
You know, I remember your name from my wife coached. Actually, she was varsity coach, but she was also JV coach. And how many years have you been doing this?
Oh gosh, I have been doing this for 30 years now.
I was going to say I knew it was a while. So, and you know, why don't you highlight what the 2023 season for the Commodores has been like?
Okay, well, we're really young. With the returning players that we did have from last year's team was kind of put in a bag, mixed up, and we recycled everything, and none of those players are actually in the position that they played last year. So even our returning players has inexperience in the positions that they have. So with that inexperience has come some inconsistency. And so we're still working on that, trying to find our way. But it's a really resilient group, and they work really, really hard. And we've had a really fun season as far as camaraderie and our culture in that. So it's been a really good season for us from a program standpoint, I guess is what I'll say. It's not always been the most wins, but we've made a lot of progress.
And a team doesn't only need players; they also need a good coaching staff, and you've got a good one. Who's some of the people on your coaching staff?
I have Coach Dawn Lynch is our JV coach, and she's been doing this for nearly as long as I have. We actually graduated together and was the first team here at Perry Central to win sectionals, and we did it both our junior and our senior year. We both have a fond memories of playing volleyball, and that is kind of where we are in regards to continuing to coach, because we love our community and love our school, and we just want the kids here to have those same experiences that we had. I also have Jordan Nante, and Jordan, this is her second year of helping us coach. She was on our 2014 sectional regional team. That team won the regional, and she has been so helpful to us because she also played 4 years in college, and so she brings her knowledge of the game to our gym and is young enough to be able to also play with the girls. So that's been fun for her and for the girls. A new coach to our staff this year, her name is Molly Lincoln, and she played at Northeast Du Bois, actually, and she's also been great to have on our staff. She is not afraid to speak up. She has some really, really good ideas, and again, young enough to play with the girls and to relate to them about how volleyball has changed over the last few years. So we feel really fortunate to have both of those young coaches on our staff. So we have a good balance between veterans and young people with new ideas.
And and I know Molly Lincoln's family, and I'll tell you what, if she coaches with the same fire her mom played with, she's got a lot of fire.
Yeah, it's been really fun to get to know her and her mom.
And
we also have a volunteer coach. His name is Chad Hubert. He comes to us with a whole lot of big experience. He was a head coach at Tell City for a number of years, and he doesn't really want to commit to being a paid coach because of his work schedule, but he comes as much and as often as he possibly can, and he is just fantastic with the girls and just loves volleyball. Absolutely loves it, and is always one of my go-to people for ideas and what should we do next.
And last Sunday was the sectional draw, and what was your first thoughts when you saw this draw come out?
We are pleased about that. I think I was really hoping for, let me first say, I don't spend a lot of time trying to, I don't spend a lot of thought process on things I can't control, and the sectional draw is definitely one that I can't control. However, with that said, I was slightly hopeful that we wouldn't play until Saturday because I felt like with this young team, we needed kind of a time here at the end of the season to regroup and to kind of go back to some fundamentals with passing and blocking and, just hit on everything again. And then at the same time, while we're preparing, for the teams that we'll face at the sectional. So I was really pleased with the draw overall.
And who's some of the favorites in the sectional?
I would say the favorite would have to be North Posey. They have an excellent record. They were the champions last year, and they lost a main hitter. However, they had most of their core people back, and it sounds like I'm just now starting to watch them on video, but because we don't play them during the regular season, but it sounds like they're even stronger than they were last year. So I would say they are the favorite.
Well, Coach, good luck in the sectional and the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you.
And you've been listening to the Greg Gibson Show on the Southwest Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Roseburg Communications. We'll be back right after these messages for our sponsors.
At MAD, we believe in zero. Zero fathers who aren't there for bedtime. Zero mothers who miss the first day of school. Zero children who never come home. We believe in zero victims of drunk driving. With MAD, your support adds up to zero. Because we believe in a hug on the first day of school. We believe in another bedtime story. We believe in no more victims. We believe in zero.
I feel that chill, smell that fresh cut grass. I'm back in my helmet, cleats and shoulder pads. Standing in the huddle, listening to the call. Fans going crazy for the boys that fall. They didn't let just anybody in that club. Took every ounce of heart and sweat and blood to get to wear those game day jerseys down the hall. The kings of the school, man, where the boys are fall. Well, it's turn and face the stars and stripes. It's batting back them butterflies. It's calling in the air, all right, yes sir, we want the ball. And it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's I got your number, I got your back. When your back's against the wall, you mess with one man, you got us all. The boys are fall.
Hello, high
school. In little towns like mine, that's all they got. Newspaper clippings fill the coffee shops. The old men will always think they know it all. Young girls will dream about the boys of fall. Well, it's turn and face the stars and stripes. It's fighting back them butterflies. It's calling in the air, all right, yes sir, we want the ball. And it's knocking heads and talking trash. It's slinging mud and dirt and grass. It's I got your number, I got your back. When your back's against the wall.
Hey everyone, Joey Chestnut here, world champion competitive eater. I follow Southwest Indiana Sports Network, and if you're hungry for sports, you should follow them too.
Follow the Southwest Indiana Sports Network at swisportsnetwork.com or search Roku for our channel at SW Indiana Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
And welcome back to the Greg Gibson Show. And Coach, Melissa James, Ray James has a very good coaching staff put together.
Yeah, I mean we all work so well together, and that's I think I hear stories from other schools. You kind of just are thankful for where you're at because, Melissa, myself, and Jeff Leatherland, the basketball coach, Mr. Barnett, the different people across the country. We all work together. And when we have our little staff meetings, it's a fun time. We share stories. And if somebody needs something, it's not like you have to just worry about other people not cooperating. And so we share athletes well. It's just a great situation right now at Perry Central.
And this week you get to travel down to Springs Valley to take on the Blackhawks. And why don't you preview that game for us?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. They're a physical run team. We're a physical run team. They're playing pretty well right now. I feel like we're playing pretty well right now. So it's gonna be fun. And we talk to the kids all the time. These are the games that you talk about after you're gone. 10, 15 years from now, you say, you talk about the Valley game in 2023, or you talk about the West Washington game. These are the fun games. You go out and you work all week long, and we'll see what happens. But we're going to have to stop their running game. They got a power run game. They got three really nice backs. The quarterback can run the ball. They got a nice speed back in number 31, and then they've got a big power back in number 34 that can get his nose up in there. So on the defensive side, we're going to have to stop that, and then the kid can throw enough to keep you honest. So it's going to be a challenge on the defense, and then offensively, their front four is pretty big. They felt like, I think just talking to them, they felt like they should have beat us last year, and they did. So I think they got that moment, that little inspiration going for them too. So have to go down to what we call Death Valley, and it's always a tough place to play. But I think it's a game that's going to be it's entertaining for the fans to watch, and I think our kids are up to the challenge. So I'm really excited to see how things play out.
And you sit 4-3 on the season, and also at 2-1 in the PLAC. Mm-hmm. One game out of first place. 2 games left. Time's running out, but Pele's sitting at 3-0.
Right.
But you guys are right in there.
Yeah, and then we talked to the kids a couple weeks ago. Said, we got a stretch here. And I love our way our schedule's set up. We got a 3-game stretch here of conference games, and so you have to be ready every week. And that's true this week. We can't afford any slip ups. We want to keep the pressure on Pele to let them know that we're in their rearview mirror. If they mess up, we're right there. And it also gets us ready for the playoffs too, because each week you have to be focused in and you have to improve. And I think it just takes us right into the playoffs. But yeah, this is a big one, and we got Mitchell next week. But as far as we're concerned, this is the game of the week right now.
And I know you're thinking regular season totally right now, but a week from today is a sectional draw.
Yeah, and that's crazy. We were talking to the kids; it just flew by. I mean, it just seems like we were in preseason practice. So now it's almost over with. So. Yeah, it's we're going to focus. Like I said, that's the other reason I like this. It keeps the kids from really mind wandering. They know this is a conference game, a big conference game, year in, year out. So they can't really worry too much about postseason until postseason. And same thing with the coaching staff. We're busy today going through film and texting back and forth with each other on different things that we're seeing. And so I don't think anybody has a chance to kind of wander into the future too far with this game. But we are going to get the kids together next week, and we're going to have a little picnic type thing for them, play some cornhole and some games, and then we're going to go into the school building and watch the draw all together. And so I think that's always a fun time.
Well, Coach, good luck, and go beat Springs Valley.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you.
You're listening to the Greg Gibson Show on the South Indiana Sports Network, powered by Milligan Roasters Communications. We'll see you next week.